Hello everyone, this is Beastly Eel here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about episode 2 of Moon Knight. Now for those of you who have not seen it, please pause the video, watch it, and then come back. That being said, there's a lot that we need to unpack here. First off, we learned a lot. Steven got fired. Nobody can see the Anubis creature, the little dog thing. From that attacked him in the first episode. And this creature has come up a few times in the series already, granted once each episode. And we noticed that only certain people can see it, specifically Steve and Mark, which leads us to believe that it has to do with some sort of plane of existence. So I'm wondering that because these gods are not in the realm of Earth, they're in a completely different realm of existence, that only those who are connected to them can see their creatures that are in that area. So, like, Mark can see the god because he's connected to it. But Harrow can't see him, so it's weird. So it's a little unclear of exactly how it works, but I'm leaning more towards the fact that it's because of a different plane of existence. But anyway, so Steven looks crazy because he has no idea what happened, in the sense of, he knows what happens in the sense that he believes that the dog attacked him and everything else, and then he turned into this white creature and beat the shit out of a dog and killed it. So he sees that it didn't happen, or at least isn't shown the way it actually happened. And when he sees his body leave, he realizes it was Mark and not him. So anyway, Steven gets fired for the damages that were caused. And he gets home, and there's some woman hunting him down, who happens to be... Oh, I'm sorry, I missed a step. Steven went looking for this stuff of Mark's. So he finds Mark's hiding spot, which was a storage facility unit, which had a cot and a bunch of other stuff and stolen goods and money galore, along with weapons and a passport, because his name is Mark Spector. I always find that a funny name. And Mark's trying to talk to him, and basically Steven wants nothing a part of it, and Steven's refusing to let him be in control. So he goes to leave. The guy tries to stop him, but he doesn't, blah, 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 blah. So he gets back to his flat. This woman, who is Mark's wife, soon-to-be ex-wife, finds him. They talk a little bit. She doesn't believe what he's talking about. She just thinks he's trying to avoid her. And she starts to believe that he might actually not be Mark, even though he clearly looks like Mark and is Mark. So anyway, he now gets talked to by these cops, who turned out to be for Harrow. Harrow controls the two of them. He takes them into custody. Or they take him into custody, I should say. And they take him to Harrow. So the Scarab is now with Mark's wife, and Harrow's talking to him and showing him around, explaining that the world is safe and everything's better. And Steven's like, well, how is it right to judge somebody before something happens? Some god, or in his words, some alligator creature thinks you are going to do something in the future and then kills you for it. So you guys are for baby killing. And the way Harrow explains it, which is messed up, is, when you have a diseased arm, you cut it off. You don't let it fester and destroy the rest of the body. And Steve was not a fan of it whatsoever. And his just weirdness in general, he's not happy with Harrow. And while this is going on, Harrow explains that he was the god's first Moon Knight, which I thought was kind of cool. But anyway, I digress. And now, while this is going on, they want to know where the Scarab is, and Mark's basically telling Steven Don't you dare tell him. I don't want him to hurt her. And then come to find out, she decided to show up. And so she shows up with the Scarab, and she basically explains to him, you got to put the suit on, you got to put the suit on. And he's like, what are you talking about? I don't have a suit. Because it's Steven, not Mark. So they run away. And Harrow has a little bit of the god in his staff. And so he releases another creature to go after them. So they start to run away. He gets attacked by the creature. He gets knocked out of the window. And he starts to wear his suit. He is dressed up as Mr. Moon Knight. Mr. Moon Knight is just Moon Knight, Steven's control of the Moon Knight. So he's wearing a full-on white suit. Not like the suit he wore in the first one. He wore like a three-piece suit with a white mask. Which I think made it more funny. It shows the contrast between Steven and Mark, which I liked. And it can even visually show the difference between the two and who's in charge when they transform into Moon Knight. So he realizes he's super strong. He starts to fight the creature, but he really can't do a good job. Mark's wife gets involved, Layla, doesn't matter. Got into the fight a little bit, and they were getting their butts kicked, and Steven finally gave up and let Mark take over. Mark turned Moon Knight into the way we know him, kills the creature by slamming him through some decorative piece. And Steven is trying to get back into control, but Mark's like, no, I'm not going to let you. And apparently, when one lets the other in charge, they have full control of the body now. So that's a weird thing. So now he's wondering where they have to go. And by the way, the god is kind of a sassy bastard. Because he's like, well, where are we going to go? And he's like, seriously? You don't have any idea? And he takes him to Egypt. And that's the end of the episode. So some things we learned. Harrow was the avatar for Khonshu first and was a Moon Knight at one point. Moon Knight can be passed down to different people, which I also knew. Steve and Mark have very different versions of Moon Knight. That I did not know. Thought that was cool. We also know that the realms are a little different. Supernatural people can see it, but others can't. These creatures and powers. Harrow himself is not powerful. He doesn't have the avatar ability like Moon Knight. So it's definitely interesting to see that. Just a lot of unclearness. Like, obviously they're going to try to resurrect the goddess, who's then going to usher in this new era. Moon Knight's going to try to stop him. All that. And they have to get to the tomb first. So other than that, I mean, it's not clear on what's going to happen. So it's definitely going to be interesting. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Definitely excited to see where this goes. In my opinion, this was a great episode. We got to see the contrast between Mark and Steven, the kind of internal struggle along with the god involved as well. So it's kind of like a triangle, love triangle a little bit, minus the love. And it's definitely just interesting in general. Definitely enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Did you like the episode? Did you not? Please let me know. As always, if you like the content you see, please like and subscribe below. Other than that, this is going to be Beastly Eel signing out. So have a great night.